Hey everybody, it's me, your boy RJ.
Collin.
Today we're changing out alternator on 97 Dodge Ram. We're using the, do you remember the name? DB or something?
Mm-hmm.
I'll find out the name in a minute, I don't remember. We put this old one on 9 years ago and now it's overcharging, so we just got to replace it. It's just toast. Nothing I can do. Okay, so what you're going to need today, 15 millimeter and either an alternator bar bracket or a long breaker bar. Do you have that?
Left. Fine, wrong.
Where?
Right here.
A long breaker bar that fits your socket, 15 millimeter, okay? Okay. You're going to need a 10 millimeter for the back of the alternator wire. You're going to need a 12 millimeter to remove the battery posts before you start. And you're going to need a 9/16 or whatever millimeter the 9/16 fit best for the ground on top, okay? That should be it. And then a new belt after you do it, because whenever you do something with it pulls a pulley or something, you might as well replace the belt. You just might as well do it. So we already got the battery removed. Next step, we got an alternator pulley bar.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so first thing you got to get is the or the adjustable pulley. Yeah, just take that as far as you can go. You could use a regular wrench on here, a regular socket wrench, and it won't be in the way too much because of how it is. But as you see, I just pulled my socket off. But once we do that, we should be good. We got enough loose. It's fighting me because of the stupid socket. Ow. It's really cold out here, y'all. I'm not happy. Not happy today, but this happened the other day, Friday, and it was warm this weekend. And the alternator that first came was destroyed by Amazon. It's destroyed.
It's shattered.
Yeah, like parts were broken off. You couldn't even put the connectors on. I'm having trouble getting this off. It's fighting me hard. I guess because it's so cold. There we go. All right, get that off, then you can do that. Okay. Nice thing about an alternator is it's not the worst job in the world, at least on a truck. If you watch my Ford Edge video we're doing alternator, it was one of the worst jobs. That was horrible. And then that alternator went bad in what, 7 months? Mm-hmm. We had to replace it again, so we bought our Motorcraft the second time. We saved what, 80 bucks or something, or maybe 100 on the first alternator, but ended up having to spend it again, so it was not worth it. The AC Delcos are the only ones that are like kind of stock, but they have bad reviews now.
With the alternators?
For this every single one. So we bought this DB. They still have one of the higher ratings, even though I only got 9 years, which to me is ridiculous. Like 9 years is not enough. So this is 9/16 or 14. So the 14 would have worked on your ground too, I think. Let me see. 14 millimeter. That's the 9/16 again. Hold on. Yeah, so the 14 would not work for the ground. It's just a little too tight. It wouldn't get in there. So the 9/16 work better. But these are tighter with the 14. Okay? Guess I might use a short one. I did think about that. I had the 14 shorts in my pocket. I had to put everything out. So I didn't say that in the beginning, I don't think. Okay, you got one bolt here. You got one bolt right here. And then I think that's actually going to be like a 12. I forgot about that guy, but I have a 12 I said too. So, oh my gosh, that guy's loose. I didn't loosen that at all.
It's moving back here.
It shouldn't be moving like that easy. You hear me?
This nut's moving back
Yeah, but that was so somehow loosened up. I didn't do that. There's no way, like 9 years ago I left it loose and it's okay. So we got a problem here. What means is that could have been what made my alternator go bad or overcharging. It's not going to be able to be keeping the alternator. But I don't know how we didn't lose a belt. That is loose. So way too loose. I'm going to get a wrench for that backside. And we're going to get the 12 for this guy right here. I'm going to pull this cap out of the way for this just so you can get in there. And it looks like a 12 short's going to have to be it. Here's the deal. We replaced the whole front end of this engine. The covers, the time chain cover, all kinds of stuff last year. Somehow this might have been just a little loose, or I didn't tighten up back then, and that could have killed my alternator. I don't believe that's why my alternator's overcharging. Like, if I tighten it, it'll be fine, because look, it was still, with this bolt, it was holding. But it was a long time. It was a year. It was a year. Maybe it did. So y'all make sure you get good tighten, good connections. I don't know if that happened or if something else. I don't know. Shorty again. This cable right here, it goes back to your distributor cap. It is not a 12. It's not a 14. It's a 13. So that's another one you're gonna need. I think I might have said that in the beginning, but for one of the other bolts, need a 13, but I don't know. Okay, so this bolt here does not need to come all the way off usually. I think, no, it is. I thought this was like the one on my other vehicle where you pop it and you can slide the dipstick out of the way by, it just hangs on, but it does not. Ready? Okay, you're gonna need the 13 millimeter short, because if not, you're not gonna be able to get in through there, or a 13 millimeter ratchet wrench or something. If you got a electric socket wrench, that would be even better, but we are not there yet. You're like, what? You've been making videos forever. You should be there. Yeah, I know, but I don't make enough money on these videos to help me buy all this stuff. I would love that. Okay. But I don't even make enough video to get myself in a garage. You think I'm buying all the expensive tools? That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Light on. Light on. Alright, so you're going to go for this connector right here, which is the ground connector right here. It goes over here. Follows over the top here. Goes over to that connector to your fusible link. Alright, so you're going to need the 10 millimeter to get to this post right here. This is the power. As you can see, that's not the greatest, so I may have to replace that later. But see this wire here? It goes right here. Goes through this loom right here. Goes here to your fusible link, to your power wire, and on your battery. And then the ground here goes here to, from there to your engine, to the mount here. Some people's will be mounted here. Okay, your ground may come around to here. Mine is mounted to the top of the mount that goes onto the top of the bracket that holds the alternator and air conditioner in place. Depends on the years, it's a little different, okay? So it's a 10 millimeter in here. It's very difficult to get in there. Unhook that. Just be gentle. Oh, that's tight. I'm gonna wait till I got it off and look at it and fight with it, because I'm a little tough and I don't want to snap that off inside there, okay? All right, you're gonna need a 15 millimeter for the back post, even though it's a 14 on the front. Nice thing about this is it's loose already. I got this handy dandy. This is something that I was talking about, a nice tool to buy. This guy right here. I got it cheaper than what they cost now. Craftsman's the only one I can make it. For a while it was Stanley. They keep selling the licensing, I guess. This was a Bosch, I think, or something. And I got it in a clearance bin at Menards, right?
I don't remember.
I think I got a clearance bin at Menards or Rural King or maybe even Advance. I don't know. I got it for like 18 bucks or less. But now, what are they, 40, 50? Mm-hmm. It's amazing. Y'all see what I'm doing right now? I'm turning the handle on this wrench. So when I have a tight area and I can't really move around stuff, boom, 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 done. That part's off. Take the other bolt out. It's gonna want to move and drop. It's a long bolt. Put these back together so you don't lose them. As you can see, I got this toolbox that I love. It's Craftsman. I'll put a link to it. I store all the bolts on top of here while I'm working. That way I don't lose them. Okay, that's probably saw one stick in my pocket a little while ago. I end up putting it over there. Okay, we got this here. It's an alternator, so it's a heavy first spot. You gotta get in there. You're gonna bash your knuckles a little, because you can't really move. It's a dipstick. That's why I'm so hard to move. I'm a dipstick. Yeah, no, it's just, see this part here? This is a little spacer. It fell down, and now it's gonna wrestle you. Stuff's in the way. You just gotta get it to go. There you go. Off. Once it pops off, you can turn it. There everything fights you here. You don't have to remove these. Some people will remove this link right here. It's like an 8mm or 6mm, and flip that out of the way. But I like to not mess with my air conditioning lines. I have enough issues with the air conditioning in this vehicle. You mess with that. Okay. And that's the right one. We're going to double check. It's a 10mm, and it's I want it, but I might have to PV blast this guy. It's power. We might look into getting a new power cord just because that crack, even though it's not what the problem is. But so I was trying to loosen it while it was all in the vehicle still, so that the vehicle held the alternator in place for me. But I just couldn't seem to get it right. So we'll do this. There we go. Now it just came. See, it was fighting me worse back there. So. And again, there we go. I'm gonna take this. There's another situation where this is very handy. This is a long post for that little 10mm, and you could just sit there and do that instead of flinging it. When they're loose like that, like a 10mm, it's not real tight. So when you're going like this, it doesn't do it. It'll re-crank. It'll, like, it's too loose to get off. So we got that. You know, we have two more little things we gotta mess with here, which is for this grounding wires here, this harness. And what it has this ground. It has a ground that goes on the back of here, which we have to pop off because this new one does not come with one of these, which they never do. It's the old one you got to get off. So we're gonna pop this right here. We got to pop this right here, and then we got two little bolts on the back of this. I don't know what it is. It's a little thing. Look, show me. Nobody really knows the name. It's like a diode or something, you know, but I don't think I think there's nothing in here. I think there's just wires, and this helps hold it in place. This is a ground there again, and then these wires go in here to help regulate to the PCM, I think. I think these go to your PCM, to the regulator that's in your PCM on this vehicle. I don't know because the harness goes there, and your PCM's over here, but it's very possible that that's those wires over there that's green that I can see. But yes, it's a pain in the butt. So you got two itty bitty ones and two of these right here, okay? That's another 10mm, and then those look smaller, so take those off real quick. This is why I unhooked the alternator first and moved it. Because see, now I got a different angle on these bolts, because if not, I had to get in here and try to work, and it was just too hassly. But you can do it. If you can get in there and you got little hands, you can take this off instead and work around this return line for the heater core. That's from your heater core into here. It may not be the return. It might be the end of the heater core. The return to the heater core might be the other side. Okay, these are also very easy after you get them. If you can get in there too now, you can just do them by hand instead of having to wrestle it all the way out. It's another 10mm. Like I said, yeah, that's the heater core return. Heater core out is off to your water pump. Okay, I don't know if these look like, yeah, they're smaller than a 10 right here. Again, I don't know what this actual part's called. You can't find it online. I was going to replace some of it, the wiring harness in it and stuff, but they don't sell it anywhere unless you find it like eBay or something. I don't know what the name is. But like I said, it's a ground that goes here, just to mount here with another ground to the alternator, and then these two wires, which are the two wires here that go off the back of the alternator. I'm guessing it just goes to the voltage regulator by looking at the wiring schematics online, but I couldn't tell. It looks like it, and that this is here just to hold these wires where they need to be, so you can get it exactly where you do, because if you took it off and didn't know and you messed shit up, then boom, you're gonna have a problem with your regulator. Okay, these are both 9mm. Of course, they had to switch sizes again because, you know, they just want to make you work harder. This is another amazing help because these are very weak. You just go like this. If you could use a, I don't think it would be a little better maybe if you don't have this as a 1/4" drive socket, because you use a big powerful one, it doesn't do it. And then you just go like that and you get them finger loose and you go put them in the box. Okay, ready? So then you just gently wiggle your power off. Okay, and then take this. See what I'm saying? These are just wires. This is just a ground to ground. See that? It goes through. and holds it in place, kind of. And then these are the 2 wires that are coming in, and then they're held in here. There's nothing. If you break this open, there's nothing in there but wires. So it's not like a part that goes bad unless the wires short the grate or something. And you just pull your alternator out, and it sucks, but it's life. So here's the new one. Here's what I was trying to show you. These, oh, it did come with new bolts, so we're good. Okay, it's got new bolts and a new bolt there. Good. See these 2 posts? These are what those grounds went on. So when we ordered the first one, I don't know if I told you I had to return them. We could do it.
This was gone.
This was pushed all the way in. This post broken off, so you couldn't have grounded it, and this was gone. Just the metal was there. But it was like
this
leaning.
was too. This whole part, yes.
No, that part was this part. It was just this part. But all this was broken off, the pot metal, and this was internally damaged because this was split all the way up and pushed in somehow because they dropped it. So this says CarQuest, so I don't know. I have a video 9 years ago of me replacing an alternator. Maybe the DB Electrical used to be part of CarQuest. I don't know, because that's the one I used and linked. So I don't know. CarQuest kind of doesn't exist. It's like part of Napa. I mean, Advanced. And I think they're closing all of them. So I don't know. Maybe I bought it CarQuest and then linked you to the best one I could find online, and just so you could buy it. I don't remember. It was 10 years ago.
Pro carries that like it's so light.
I'm a strong dude. Okay, so we're gonna roll this up in here, just like that. This is where I bring it out. You just gotta lift these up out of the way.
You're gonna hold it up while you.
I got it. You just gotta be gentle because these hoses have your
Can break.
coolant. You don't want to cut them and have coolant leaking. Metal's sharp. Okay. Right in. A little over to the front. So do me a favor, lift this guy up gently.
Okay.
You lift this up, it gives me that clearance, you see, and it just slips right in, okay?
There you go.
So I am going to lay that down where it's supposed to go, and I'm going to mount just this bolt. Yeah. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it off. I think it's going to be too difficult to get in there and wrestle that guy. So we're going to leave it off for this connections. As you can see, these do not come with bolts for the 2 outside posts. So good thing I kept all of them. This guy comes right here, like this. You gotta take them off first, okay? Because they're on there. And that, I probably should have moved all the bolts before we started doing the mounting. But you know, it's me. If you watch my channel, sometimes I don't think it all the way through. Those were, what were they? Those were 9, right? They were 9 originally.
I don't know.
These are way smaller than 9. Look at that. I might have to get out my 1/4-inch socket set for that. Those are like 6s or 8s. Alright guys, I took these off. These are way smaller bolts, so I did not want to wrestle that. These are 7mm for the new connector. Same way it goes on, but just a lot smaller, and I do not think those 9s will even fit this post. I'm gonna actually go see if they will, though. I might keep them if they will, because these have lock washers where those are flared bolts. If so, that'll be a lot easier for me, because then I could lose that. And then this guy's still a 10mm, I hope. Let's check. All right, everybody, so I'm keeping the 9mm. I'm not gonna use these little guys. The 9mm will go all the way down, and it has a flared for tightening onto stuff better. That'd be a lot better system than this itty bitty flat washer system. This is probably main China, which everything is. So, okay, so you put these in, slip that parts back over like the old one was, and it is a tight. Oh my gosh, it's tighter. I don't. The mount doesn't mount there.
No?
Where is it now?
Look at the new one.
What does that mean?
This part. All right, everybody, since everything's cheap and not made right, this sticks out a little further. This is the mount to hold that in place so the bracket doesn't go off. That's this wire right. I'll get that out of the way. This part right here. So you're either gonna have to drill it a little, or you're gonna have to get it on, and you're gonna have to wrestle it onto that part. I got it on and then had to force it and kind of bend and got it to hold the wires. If not, you won't be mounted exactly how you need to be, and I'll show you in a minute. So I don't know if I'll recommend this alternator.
Do you want me to hold the wires?
Because stuff like that, and the first one coming broken, I don't know if maybe this thing's gonna be a piece of junk. Because this is stupid. I'm fighting issues with tolerances on measuring. So what I'm trying to show you, see this here? This goes over the bolt. So So you gotta slightly get it on there. And then while you do it, you gotta wrestle it onto the next two by bending it somehow. That's what I just did. See, look, see it? See the hole? It doesn't want to mount. See that? So what I'm gonna go do, even though I don't want to, I'm going to slightly drill out this hole right here. Right here. I'm going to take a drill slightly. I don't know how I'm going to get it, but if not, see it? It just won't wrestle itself on. Look how close it is. The tolerance is it's close, but it's not getting down. So you may have to deal with this too. This is stupid. So that part that was broke off might have saved us now. Because it wouldn't be in the way. See that? I'm so close. If I get that on, I can almost wrestle those two in place. You can see how it is, guys. It just never goes easy. Alright, look at that. That is stupid. So we're going to get a drill, and we're going to slightly drill out this hole. It's like less than a 1/4 inch, but it just won't do it because of it. That's all this is. This is the mount, part of the plastic, to make sure these go in the right spot. So you could technically break that off, but then you could have some vibration and cause it to move. Alright, you can't get this out of here, so you want to be careful with these shavings, not by your alternator, because it's kind of like a magnet and all that stuff, so you got to be careful. And you're just going to lean it and shave. See that? Oh. Help if I tap my drill bit. You see it? That's all we're going to do is lightly shave it so the connector for the post to fit in. That's all we're doing. Oh, this is sucky, but sometimes life is just crappy like this. So after we drilled out the hole like lengthwise and then made the like sides a little thinner, we were able to put it on, wrestle it in just enough to get these bolts to tighten by hand so that I can then tighten it down. Really stupid though that the tolerances are different. You can visibly see it. They should have a machine making the cast part of this. Maybe somehow they, when they put this back part on, maybe that was done by hand, and they didn't do that enough. So once you get that done, again, this thing super handy. Tight spaces. See it? Tighten it up. Tighten it up slowly. It'll like tighten itself down. Okay. Let's turn that ground wire back there. Are we on? Okay, sorry, I didn't even know we're on. Trying to show you guys, it's a little difficult. It's dark now. You know how my life is. If you watch my channel, I end up working on stuff in the dark. It's just life. Like I said, if y'all like, subscribe, you know. If you got, a few $1 million, you want to donate some, I'll take that too, whatever. So you're just swimming in here on the YouTube board tonight. Like, what can I do? Elon, you're on there, you're watching, donate some money to an up-and-coming, I'm not up-and-coming. 13 years I've been doing this. Ain't nobody watching. Alright, so just slowly down, get these in, they're gentle. Don't over tighten these, make sure they're good, but you could break them. They're really small bolts. Okay, got that part done. Got that all tightened. It's still gonna fight us a little here. This mount, like I said, where I screwed it, it's not happy. It's a 10 millimeter again. Did I use the long one before? Why is the wire in the way so much? Oh, because they made the stupid design. This arm was supposed to be taller, and I had to drill it a little. If not, I'd be able to get in there. Hold on now. All right, so get the 10 millimeter long here for this guy, but you're gonna need the 10 millimeter short for the back one. That is the part of the ground. This is just the one, and you're gonna come in and move it around so you can get that. Good one, good one. I'll give you a 7.2. I'd give you higher, but we're on the video. Kinda gross, boy. Kinda gross.
Nope.
You watch what I'm doing, Colin?
Yeah.
You saw how I drilled that out?
Yeah.
You sometimes have to fix things this way.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Things
Why is it not focusing? Stop.
Fix it.
I'm fixing it. I have to keep tapping.
Things should be designed better, but they never are.
Everything.
I'm gonna go to the short one again. Get the other side. This is the actual part of the ground. So, as you see,
Move your left hand.
so if you buy one and you have that
Move
problem,
your-
I can't. I
Okay.
gotta hold it. You can come from above here. All right. Somebody's just gonna have to do this and modify things because they don't make things correctly how they should be anymore. I don't know if it was a problem in the old days. But it is a
Back
problem.
in my day.
Yeah, back in the stomping grounds. But no, it is a problem now. Of course, the old days, stuff was
Worse.
you could only buy it at like the parts store, so maybe you didn't have that problem. Like CarQuest made or somebody, or AC Delco's, the
Why is
originals.
it not staying in place?
You couldn't buy these Chinese knockoffs very easy. It was either Advance, O'Reilly, Pep Boys, whatever you got.
Amazon did.
AutoZone. Yeah, Amazon didn't exist, and
You broke it.
I did. No, it just hangs there and I bumped it. I can fix it though so I can work here better.
New repair. There we go.
Always something. How the heck did I do that, man? Okay, how much time we got left? Got that off. We got the power cord here. It looks like we're gonna have to go under this harness. It looks like. Look at that thing, corroded. But I'm looking to getting a new one of those because that is an easier part to replace. All right, I gotta go get that bolt. All right, this is the other 10mm bolt.
10 milli.
Yeah. Do it what you can by hand, and then get this tool in there. We're back here. And we got 8 minutes of this, so we'll be back in a second while I do this way. All right, we're gonna put these big bolts in right here. Let me grab them. Okay. First, we're gonna try to get the top one in. It'll hold the weight just a little bit.
I was about to ask, why does it look so loose? And then I just didn't, because...
Because there's no bolts on.
Yeah.
Okay, we got that in. And then this guy goes all the way through right here. Sleeve. See it?
Yeah.
And once you get that one on, you can kind of level it up, wrestle it. Well, I was going to be mad. It looked like they mismanufactured this and had that not tightened.
Yeah.
I was going to be so upset. Oh my gosh.
Did
So
your
this-
socket get stuck?
No, the part is out there. See that?
Oh.
See it?
So is
As it
that-
tightens, it should fix it. No, it should fix it.
Hopefully.
See how far it is out there?
Yeah, it's really far.
We're going to get this bolt on. I have to pull this off and hammer it. If I can't get that bolt
Hammer
on.
time.
Okay. So there's a compression sleeve right here, like a roll pin
It
sleeve.
looks like a
It's
socket.
usually in further. There's his way out, but as you tighten, it's going to pull itself on. So you're going to need the 15mm again.
Is it that silver thing that kind of looks like a socket? Yeah.
What?
Is it that silver thing right there?
Yes, that's what you call a roll pin or
Okay.
a compression sleeve.
Okay.
Okay. So you need 15 for the back and a 14 for the front to hold it in place. Okay. The 15 is going to go here. And let's see if I can get in like this. Got this glove on, it's making my hand a little more difficult to work. Wiring harness, I don't want that there. Let's move that. Just a little, there we go.
Is it lower size?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it.
It is, and then this guy 14 is there, and then as we tighten this, yeah, see there it goes.
Look, now sound like a happy
Watch
sound.
right here. Can you see where my thumb is?
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, it's pressing out.
See the compressed sleeve getting pushed in?
Yeah.
Okay. They're usually already in a little, but it works. It's like a spacer / compression sleeve, or some would call a roll pin. Now we got to be real tight because that was the thing that was loose on mine.
Which could have ruined it.
It could have
Over
slowly
time.
over time made it overcharged.
What was it, a whole year?
I don't believe it was it though.
But it was a whole year.
It was a
so-
year, so we may have, or it could have came loose some other way. That's on there. This guy right here is 14 as well, so we're just gonna tighten him up. This guy was tight though, so it wasn't prime moving, because if it moved a ton, my belt would have shredded. My belt looks fine. trying to clean some of those shavings out of there.
Why would it have shredded? Because it wouldn't be on this, right?
Yeah, it would have wiggled.
Yeah.
So I think it sat fine, especially because my compression sleeve that was in there was pushed down and welded like solid in place for years. From corrosion and stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got that on. We got all that.
Now
We're going to put this ground on.
and then we put the belt on.
And now I'm going to double tighten that
Okay, just
10
to be
millimeter
sure.
there.
Oh.
This guy is a different number. 9/16, I think it is. I used to 9/16.
762. Bob.
Even though it wasn't, it's probably metric as well, but we can find it. You know, it may have been a metric, but this 9/16 fit perfect. There's like no wrestling it.
Rocket.
So,
Rocket GLM.
yeah, I'm looking in there. Oh, no. I'll probably do the air filter in here too.
Do you have it?
No, but I'm looking at it. I probably need to. When you're in there, just look at stuff, see if there's anything else you need to do. I try to stay to the thing. If it ain't fixed, ain't broke, don't fix it, because sometimes you cause more issues. But you might see something that really needs your attention.
Something that is broken needs fixing.
But that was loose before. I don't think I got this tightened enough. So I'm gonna slide this out of my way. Get that wire out
That's
of
an
the way.
odd angle.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go under the hose.
Do you want to lift the hose up?
Nope, I got it.
Yeah, that is.
All right, we got a little bit of tightness. You see him off at an angle though. 10 millimeters short would be too short though. Okay, so I switched to my 1/4-inch drive just to be careful with this bolt. It's back right here. As you can see, I'm a little looser than I want to be. So but now that I do this, I'm actually pretty good. I've never had to do much. But it's a very small post. I want to be gentle. That's like the wire in it. It looks like it's connected good. So we're gonna hook this up and see what happens, and hopefully I don't have any overcharging issues still. Because if not, that's my regulator.
Where's your
wait,
reg-
we got one more thing. We are going to hopefully, like I said, it's not the voltage regulator. It is in the PCM on this truck. So that means new PCM.
Yay!
Not yay. Expensive, and then you got to get them programmed. Let's see what bolt that is. That's
Are you
it.
tightening that right now?
Yeah. This is that 13 that I got out. We left the belt in here. We're going to probably put this belt back on just to run the thing and see how it runs. But then we're gonna maybe do another video on changing the belt because I do have a new one.
Again,
Like why touch it twice? But you just gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
at least the belt's quick. You kind of just throw it on tight and you're done.
Yeah. Well, this one you gotta go around the fan and stuff.
Oh yeah, but it's still a pretty easy system.
Yeah.
This one actually shows you at least how to do it.
You want to put the belt on here. You want all your rigid ones, and then
Oh, belt's right there.
yeah. The problem with this is if you can't get this here, which it looks like I can, just barely. Usually, what you do is you slip it off that rigid, the smooth one, so that you can get it over here to put that adjustable bar on.
Here's the diagram. I don't have yours.
Yeah, here's your diagram if you forgot and you messed it up. Okay, so belt removal. Up. If you got no AC, you just go straight. If you got AC, come up, come under. Come here. That's a smooth side, and that's a smooth side. These are all rigid. Watch out. Stay over there if you want.
I'll come in to video.
Okay, so let's hold that there. not getting enough. Okay, I'm going to adjust the bar out here more. Okay. Make sure you get a pull. Okay, come here, Collin.
What do you need?
There's my head. I'll use my head.
No, I'm trying to move
Take
your
it off
head.
the smooth one. Hold on. Take this guy. Okay, we're on. You got the bar?
Yeah.
Okay, so you adjust all these. Don't let it go, okay?
I'm not.
Now my head's in your
I like
arm and everything.
double finger grip. That's all I need.
Am I on this pulley? Nope, I lost it. On there. On the back of that guy. As tight as you can. On there. On there. And then you just slip it over this pulley. Oop. It came off, okay. Slowly lower it. There you go. Oh, nope, we're not on. This guy. Okay. Double check all your other spots. Make sure everything's in the right spot so you don't make any cuts in your belt. And when you turn on, it doesn't go. Can we use your light? Look around, Collin. Look over there. We're on, right? We're on.
Being sure.
We're on. And we're in the bottom. So everything is good. We're double checking everything.
See how she runs?
Okay, let's get all the stuff out of here. We're going to connect the battery. Yeah, hook your ground up.
Should be a 12 socket also.
We're up by now. I think I'm 12 millimeter. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Push it down. Make sure everything's nice and tight in there.
You don't want no bad connection.
Yeah. Kylie harassing us in our video on the cameras. Okay, that guy's good. We're going to go back and tighten it again. You're going to get a little spark always.
She bright. Kylie's lurking.
Kylie's always a lurker. Okay, all the way down as much as you can. If you can, you see how this is bent so much, it'd be good to replace these at that time. But we're not, where it's still going to hold tight, so we're good. How's it? My mom's in the car. Your mom's in the car.
It looks good though so far. She's roaming.
All right, good news, y'all. Generator's not going higher. It's just running at 14.8, which is a little high on the 14. Usually they don't run 14.8, like 14 on an old car, so it's just running good. No gen light. We're gonna keep driving, test it. We'll come back and let you know. It looks like the alternator was my problem. I was just worried that the gauge was running so high.
We just had to let it reset.
Before my generator went bad, obviously the alternator was going bad. It ran right at the 14 line. And maybe a little below it, like 13 something. And that's what, yep, see now it's dropped down to 14.
Yeah, we also might need a new battery though. It's kind of low.
The battery is 5 years old. We're probably going to replace it, but it doesn't ever
Look
give me
bad.
trouble starting. So I don't know, look at this, look at this.
That's
See his
cool.
lights?
That's cool.
All right, so we're going to take it for a drive. We'll let you know when we get back, but I think that was entirely alternator, so you could be lucky and have that too. My gen light's not coming on anymore. All right, see you in a little bit. All right, everybody, so good news. It just went to 14.8. I hooked it up. I had the live on. It went to like 14.8, 14.9. It did not go past that. Whereas the other day I was getting like 17 and set on the gen light. So it is our alternator too. I was just a little worried that that arm was really high. Because like I said, it used to charge at like 14.1, 14.2, maybe 13.8, which is a sign it's going bad. But something old, it just works, you know? So, yeah, she said, yeah, whatever.
She's not happy.
She's not happy. We're happy. I was like, PCM, we're screwed. Now look, it's not 210, it's 204,000 miles, so we're not even as high as I thought. So, hope this video helped you. This alternator works good for now. I don't know how long it's going to be before. I said 9 years ago I replaced it with this one, because this was the link in it, but that was a CarQuest alternator. So I have a feeling I bought a CarQuest because
on
I
accident.
could get it right. No, like the alternator was bad and I needed it right then, and this DB had the best reviews.
Out of like the fastest.
There's a good chance you're gonna have a problem where I did. You're gonna have to drill that out just enough and then wrestle it and fight it, which is stupid.
But it really wasn't that hard.
It wasn't. I mean, it was. Whoever their machinist was in the machine, it just off a little, and the other one's maybe fine. Maybe this one wasn't. It was like, really,
He had to shave that
far
much.
tolerance, but
You couldn't bend it.
No, I should have shaved more. It should have slipped right on.
Yeah.
But I had to shave like that much off, and I did the lengthwise, and then I also took a little out of that to get it on, and then forced it in. That shouldn't happen. It was probably a 1/4 inch. You think a 1/4 inch?
Less.
Or less. 1/8 of an inch? 1/8 of an inch off, but the metal just wouldn't bend. There was no tolerance. It was like, nope, I can't go on.
Yeah.
And you had to do that.
It was already a really thin piece of metal, so it would have broke
So
if you
an
bent
1/8 of an
it.
inch to a 1/4 inch tolerance of their measurements off, but it worked. So if you buy this piece prepared, you might have to drill out that piece of metal on the ring, which all that is the mount to make sure these two stay in place, because those are really small bars, like connections, that you could break. So you need that to help hold it. So that's it. I hope you liked it. Again, as always, I'm RJ.
See you today, each and every day. Bye-bye.
Council say it. Bye-bye.